The galaxy bows low. The galaxy had never seen humans like this. Not in combat, not in diplomacy, not in endurance. Admiral Kalen Vey's fleet emerged from the fringe of the Zoryn Expanse, a sector feared for its volatile stars and aggressive warlords. Tiraxa, queen of the dominant warlike civilization in the region, expected chaos. Her fleets were ready to annihilate intruders. Humanity, however, arrived differently, not with arrogance, not with overwhelming force, with discipline, strategy, and unity. Captain Rena Solis led the first scouts into uncharted systems. Human ships threaded through supernova remnants, asteroid fields, and radiation storms with precision no alien species could match. AI vectors, synchronized navigation, energy shielding, and weapon systems in real time, but humans contributed intuition, improvisation, and audacity. Tiraxa watched from orbit. She had expected humans to falter. They did not. The first encounter occurred near a dying binary star. Tiraxa's fleet ambushed the humans, expecting confusion and retreat. Instead, Admiral Kalen Vey executed a tactic never seen before. Using environmental energy, gravity wells, and rapid-phased maneuvers, human ships neutralized threats without firing a single weapon. The galaxy observed in disbelief. Zoryn, the ancient observer, recorded the event silently. They had cataloged thousands of civilizations. Warlike species relied on brute force. Merchant species relied on cunning. Humans relied on something different: adaptation and cohesion under extreme conditions. The Zoryn Expanse had been chaotic for millennia. Now, it had a species that commanded respect without conquest. Tiraxa's next attack came with full firepower. Hundreds of warships converged on the human fleet, expecting a spectacular victory. The humans did not panic. They coordinated flawlessly. AI vectors predicted alien trajectories. Human pilots improvised in ways AI could not, exploiting patterns the enemy could not anticipate. Every alien strike was neutralized. Every maneuver executed flawlessly. The fleet's unity radiated an invisible authority. The warlike species faltered, unable to comprehend resistance without fear. By the third day, entire sectors whispered of human strategy. Planets once dominated by Tiraxa's empire began surrendering, not in defeat, but in awe. Humans did not demand allegiance. They demonstrated competence, courage, and ingenuity, inspiring others to join voluntarily. Zoryn noted, never had the galaxy bowed to a species without domination, until humans. Admiral Kalen Vey did not relish victory. Humanity did not conquer for glory. Their fleets advanced carefully, securing trade routes, aiding colonies, and stabilizing volatile sectors. Even the most warlike civilizations realized that resistance was futile, not because humans were stronger, but because they were smarter, united, and adaptable. By the time the Zoryn Expanse settled into a new order, humans had done the impossible. They became a galaxy-wide authority without empire, without tyranny. Captain Rena Solis reflected quietly on the bridge. We didn't dominate them. We taught them to respect us. Admiral Kalen Vey nodded. Humanity survives not by weapons, but by proving what it means to endure, adapt, and inspire. That is our power. The stars themselves seemed to bow. Humanity had arrived. The galaxy had learned, and respect was earned, not demanded. The light hates humanity, not in intent, not in malice, but in physics. Light itself, the medium of life and civilization, had turned hostile. Solar systems flickered, stars dimmed inexplicably, and photons deviated in impossible trajectories. Dr. Kaya Ven realized the truth first. Light was alive, sentient, adaptive, and hostile toward human presence. Humanity's exploration, colonization, and manipulation of cosmic energy had triggered its awareness. Admiral Jonas Creel organized a response fleet, not to fight because fighting photons seemed insane, but to survive. Ships equipped with photon-stabilizing shields and adaptive propulsion arrays moved cautiously. AI systems calculated trajectories to evade sudden gravitational lensing, collapsing star fields, and light behavior anomalies. Scout Eric's alien observer was stunned. "No species has ever provoked the stars themselves," he whispered. The first encounter was brutal. A small human colony near a young star vanished as photons bent violently, igniting a chain reaction that destroyed planets within minutes. Humans could not reverse it. They could only observe, adapt, and plan. Dr. Kaya Ven discovered the principle. Light punished recklessness but respected ingenuity. Humans did not panic. They built mobile photon stabilization arrays, ships that could bend with shifting light patterns rather than resist them. They used quantum entanglement to predict sudden star flares. The galaxy watched in disbelief. No other species survived the anger of light. Humans did. Luminar, the sentient light entity, observed. It had seen countless civilizations rise and fall. Light had always been passive, a tool. It was a predator. Most species perished immediately. Humans endured. They did not attack, but learned to flow the hostility, exploiting the smallest weaknesses, stabilizing regions instead of exploiting them. The entity pulsed, almost intrigued. Fleet engagements became tests of perception rather than combat. Human ships danced with beams, refracted photons, and predicted impossible light anomalies. Admirals and scientists became one. Tactical genius married to pure physics understanding. Scout Eric's noted, "They do not dominate. They survive through intelligence and adaptation. That is something even Luminar has never faced." By the end, humans had mapped regions of light hostility, establishing safe corridors and colonies where others could not survive. Luminar did not retreat. It observed, adapted, and eventually allowed coexistence. Humanity had done the impossible. Survived an entity that was the very medium of life and energy in the galaxy. Dr. Kaya Ven recorded her conclusion. "The stars do not want us, yet here we are. Not through force, but through perseverance, intelligence, and understanding." The galaxy whispered in awe. Humanity had endured a force that no other species could even comprehend. Light hated humanity, but humanity survived, and in surviving, it had become something even the cosmos respected. Gravity, us, the universe, shifted. Not stars, not planets. Gravity itself turned against them. Admiral Selric Cade had seen anomalies before, but nothing like this. Entire star systems warped, planets twisted, stars pulsed, and space itself rippled as if the very laws of physics were rebelling. Humanity's exploratory fleets were caught in these impossible gravitational eddies. Ships were crushed, bent, or flung into eternity. The first assessment was chilling. Gravity had become sentient. It observed, adapted, and punished recklessness. It had survived longer than most stars, and it would destroy anything it considered unstable. Dr. Alina Vore understood immediately that traditional physics could not save them. Gravity was no longer just a force, it was a thinking predator. Humanity's only hope lay in adaptation. Ships were retrofitted with inertial dampeners, quantum tethers, and phased thrusters. AI core NICs calculated the constantly shifting gravity vectors, but even the AI could not predict everything. Human intuition had to guide every maneuver. Captain Juno Rai piloted through the most dangerous corridors, gravitational rifts that tore smaller vessels apart in seconds. She did not panic. Every movement was calculated yet daring. Humanity had learned to dance with the impossible. Zorith, the ancient gravitational entity, observed. It had never encountered a species that could navigate its whims. Every other civilization had been crushed or fled. Humans adapted. They did not resist gravity. They understood it, worked with it, and survived. The first engagement came near a collapsing neutron star. Gravity twisted violently, bending space into impossible corridors. Human fleets executed maneuvers that seemed suicidal to any other species. Yet they survived, turning the entity's force into mobility instead of destruction. Admiral Selric Cade realized something extraordinary. Humanity did not conquer through dominance or brute force. They conquered ingenuity, unity, and adaptation. Gravity could bend, twist, and threaten, but it could not break a species that moved with it instead of against it. Zorith pulsed, intrigued. It had observed millennia of civilizations, but none had endured this level of physical dominance. Humans were not merely surviving, they were mastering the environment itself without aggression. By the third cycle, human fleets were guiding entire star systems through previously impossible gravitational fields. Other civilizations watched in awe. Humanity had not destroyed the entity. They had survived where physics itself had failed others, and in doing so, they redefined what it meant to endure in the galaxy. Dr. Alina Vore whispered as she observed the fleets navigating the rippling gravity waves. They fear nothing, not even the laws of the universe themselves. The galaxy agreed. Gravity feared humanity. Humanity had faced the ultimate force of the cosmos and survived, not through might, not through conquest, but through resilience, intelligence, and unity. The stars themselves seemed to bend in respect, and the universe would never be the same. Humanity had arrived.